Hey there and welcome back to some Victoria 3. As you can see, there is border fucking gore. The British just colonized way faster than I ever could, and it's gotten so ridiculous now they're actually going to take over all of Botswana. I've been colonizing this place for a very long time. The British, maybe a couple of years, and they got the event to take over the whole place instead of me. I am so heartbroken because my borders would have been, nice if it was just straight across like this. It would have been pretty fancy country, but no. Britain has gone and ruined the game for me. And in my frustration, I am now invading Madagascar. I have convinced the Spanish to be on my side. I think that's enough. They have flotilla, they can launch their own naval invasion. I have, so far, one. Not great, but I do have the one. We're just going to have to hope that that is itself enough to do a naval invasion. Otherwise, we'll just be waiting for Spain, which I do not mind. I have quite the same exact fucking army, but we'll see how it all goes. If I can get this guy to land over there, I'll give him promotion now. Then we should be able to beat them, because the Spanish will come over and they will help me defeat their army. So let's just see how this goes. I'm pretty sure nobody's going to join their side. I could try and get somebody else. Okay, no I can't. It claims that I can, but I cannot. So we'll just have to deal with this. I'm just so distraught that this has happened. Anyway, time to get the army ready. We're going to give them the best everything that we can. It's going to be very expensive. Actually, I can afford to lose some people. We won't give them any more than that. Unless it makes money. No, why would it make money? And to pay for this war, I'm going to levy a consumption tax on tobacco and raise taxes. That's all I'm going to do, and hopefully that will be enough. It will put people's, quality of life down a bit, but taking over Madagascar will be a huge buff to our nation. It's about 10% increase in GDP, but population-wise, it's increasing a third. And also, it gives me the ability to get even more ports, because I am below on convoys, and I presently cannot build any more ports. So this will give us a lot of benefits with our trade as well. It's just so disastrous that this has happened, and Portugal is still allied to half the bloody world. So I can't exactly get into this area here. I was hoping they would ally somebody small I could take over, but they allied this guy over here, and he's tributary to the King, China. So I can't actually invade them without getting them involved, because if I were, China would send all of their forces to a front line over here, and that would be disastrous. They have gained a couple of friends. You are not a threat to anyone, and neither are you, so we're just going to ignore them. They should not be able to get their troops out from the middle of the African Great Lakes here. So that should be fine. I'm just so unhappy with this. It's incredibly border gory, and it should belong to me, but it doesn't, and that is terrible. I did the same to East Angola over here, but my intention was I would have all of this. In fact, all of this as well, and all of that. I wanted everything. But the British and the French, they got so many buffs on colonization that I simply could not keep up. But oh well, we'll get some extra somewhere else, and then we can keep going. Our GDP is up a fair bit, as you can see from the graph here, up to 15th in the world now. Not that state. And our standard of living has been going up. We are currently in need of importing a few things, but we are currently constructing a few other stuff just to keep the country self-reliant. We want to be able to not rely on others for imports as much, so I have been building what is needed as it comes and delaying the coal below on the construction list and putting these things first. This is still the same coal from before. Every other building from before, though, has been built, which is terrific. It is just the coal line keeps getting smaller and smaller, and everything else keeps getting bumped ahead of it, because the coal is at the moment the least important. I do have a bit of gold reserve still, so that's nice. Looks like this is going to be a war, and I still only have the one ship. Yes, my navy of one. Could you please reinforce? But it's just very hard for these guys to get sailors, it seems. Land. I'm trying to... how do I check exactly? Naval base. Yeah, they're really struggling to get people in here. It's very hard for them. Wait, what happened? They gave up. But they only gave up half the island. Oh, you jammy dodgers. But now I don't need to worry about the navy in the next time. I do have this island here with a lot of turmoil, and it is not connected to my market. So let's go to buildings and let's build in some ports straight away. I want all 6 ports because I want the extra trade ships, and let's get rid of your... I'm trying to get rid of your barracks. I don't want you to have an army for when you rise up against me. Also, I don't want your construction center. All I want is ports, and whatever you've got here. Dye plantations, very nice. Very nice. Extra logging camps, furniture, textiles. I'm happy with what I've got here. Terrific. Let's stop exporting that. Can I... No, I don't want to export ammunitions because I'm about to actually tell my army to scram, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. So I don't have to pay for you anymore, which means I could then lower the tax rate. I am, however, still in a bit of a tricky situation with the economy. Anyway, let's get these ports built first. We'll get southern Madagascar completely into our economy, and then from there we can be happy. Market. So we have dye now. We have rubber, but nobody's buying it. We have the ships we're creating. Ah, there you go. More people being imported. Terrific. I'm looking for dye, because wasn't I using some? What, was I not? I suppose I'm not. But either way, I have it now. So that's good. Is there any other resources here that I could be going for? No, nothing new here in rural. A whaling station? We don't have any of those. And it would not be profitable. And there are no peasants there, so... never mind. Is the population leaving? No, they're not leaving. They have their natural pop growth. Well, that's a positive. I will be starting another war to take over the north as soon as I can. Maybe they'll get some diplomacy in the meantime. Maybe not. But the truce here is only until... it's only 5 years. Okay, great. So I will try as soon as I can. And that will be terribly fun. But first, let's welcome them to the civilized world with some ports. This is a bit of an issue here. Trade routes. I suppose we're not actually colonizing anymore, so why don't I save it here? It's going to take quite a while, but I'm sure I'm spending a lot of points there. Colonial affairs 164. Okay, not terribly many, but a fair bit. I'm just so disappointed in this border gore. Why on earth did the British do this to us? And they are the ones who have the title of Botswana. I've been colonizing this for maybe 40 years, and this is all I achieved. They came in a couple of years, they took all of it. If you do know how to colonize better, please let me know in the comments, because I'm distraught. I can't beat the British. How am I supposed to beat the British? Oh, well, they're fighting each other. Not all of the British, but a few of them. Cardiff, well done, Cardiff. I'll have to wait until there's somebody I can ally with, who's pretty big and strong. France, I think, would be the only one, because they would help me in Africa. 264 units, 95. They don't actually have the big of an army, the British, but I'm sure they're a ton stronger than mine. Maybe in the late game something will happen, but I doubt it. I might just be stuck trying to make this bit of land here very strong, which is not the worst thing to happen. Also, have these places incorporated yet? No, just a year and 2 months, and we will have Namakwaland. No, 4 years for Hereroland. Oh, isn't that great? See, I do have Zimbabwe, so maybe they'll give me this at some point. But they have Zambia and Botswana. I am not at all happy. And French have East Angola, so I'm gonna probably get fort there as well. Great time to be me. Anyway, let's have a look at the trade routes. I do have enough convoys now, but I have a load of inactive trade routes as well. You didn't get me too up on the infamy there, did you? No, only 19. So why do I no longer have trade routes with those fellows? Anyway, let's export to the British. Get rid of this rubber we don't need and get rid of this sugar. Excellent. Apparently I need tools again. We'll take them from the Italians. Some engines we'll take from the Free Americans. Some wood from the Italians. Some tools from the North Germans and some clothes from the Italians. So now that I know there's a few extra things to build, I will go ahead there and build a few of them. I think I need tailors. That much was certain. Zimbabwe, wherever you are. And a couple more tool shops. Let's go for a start. Get a couple of you there. And so what I do is I will simply take all the coal plants and move them all to the bottom. Wood, I will keep these two woods, but I'm not sure if I need so much anymore, because we did just gain a lot of population, but they came with a lot of buildings. Now let's make sure that their buildings are doing things correctly. We want electric sewing machines, craftsman's tables, and automatic power looms. The furnitures, let's get that all up because they had these as well. What else do they have? They had lumber yards. Let's make sure the lumber yards know about tools because we have a lot of them. Excellent. They did not know about tools. Very nice. Although, I don't really want you relying on railways, do I? It would bring me income. Okay, let's build some railways over here as well, shall we? Great. They should now be entirely into my market. Still only 99. Well, the next ones will work it. This also gets the fertilizers all in here. What else we need in these new buildings we found? What else do you have? Rubber plantation, millet, livestock, banana, tobacco. Oh, there's a few things I need to go through and just make sure that they have the correct fertilizers and such. No, I don't. I will have a railway there, so I'll put these in now. We will bring railway to Madagascar. Excellent. So I think that is all I need to do for them. Of course, build the railway as well. Let's get that up pretty high then, because I want to get Madagascar working. It's only 2 railways, but it'll do the job. It'll do a fine job. Let's just get that sooner rather than later, the power plant there. I don't terribly need power, but I did want to build one. Meat. We have a lot of it again. Let's send it over to the French. Of course, I can afford this, but oh well. We'll have more tools soon, and then hopefully somebody will invent phones, because still there's nobody to get phones from. Yeah, I'm trying to use them. If I could get that, then I will fix this issue, I think. It's not the biggest issue around. If I want to fix my economy, I could, of course, get rid of some of these building sectors, but I got plenty of gold reserve to eat into, so I'm not so worried about that. Just look at this hideous nonsense of Botswana right here. I am very not happy. I had this vision in my head of my country, and this was not it. This cancer definitely was not it. Oh, what the? Elastics for textile mills. Bicycles, I don't care about bicycles. Okay, leads to conveyors. Well, that's something. But let's have a look at the elastics and what it does for us. Extra luxury clothes uses up rubber. Okay, good. I have rubber. I have more rubber than I can use. Don't I? Where's the rubber? I can stop exporting it if I... Yes, well then I should stop exporting the rubber that I'm exporting. Where is it? Rubber, rubber. It's around here somewhere. Yes, there it is. Can I... yeah, let's stop exporting that. Very nice. And let us instead export some more sugar, since I seem to have a fair bit of it. Still, nobody has any phones. Anyway, that'll do for this episode. I just wanted to show you an actual war, but Madagascar gave in, so no war for this episode. And I did want to show off all of this ugly border gore. I'm not sure when the next update will be, because finding this war will be in a few years, unless something comes up, and I'm not sure it'll be too much content, because they're pretty weak and I'm a bit stronger, and it's not going to be long enough for an update, so it might just be pretty close to the end of the game. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you are enjoying this this campaign. See you guys again next time. Goodbye.